Hi, we're the Lobbies. That's Ali.
And that's Paul.
We're exploring Australia aboard our sailing catamaran.
Along with our sailing cat, Scuttlebutt.
And you can come along for the adventure. We're Champagne on Ice. Hit the subscribe button to see our regular clips.
After spending a glorious winter and spring exploring the Queensland coast, it was time to keep moving south.
Leaving the Gold Coast, we dodged the parasail kites and headed out of the Southport Seaway into a choppy, confused sea, caused mainly by the boisterous outgoing tide.
This time, we're doing an overnight sail from the Gold Coast to Coffs Harbour, where we'll wait for the right weather and then do another big overnighter from Coffs down to Lake Macquarie.
Settling in for the night, we had plenty of wind to slingshot us down the coast. It took Champagne 24 hours to cover the 270 kilometres. After threading the needle through the solitary islands, we nestled into our berth in the Coffs Harbour Marina.
Keeping with the theme of this year's unusual weather, a wild squall rolled in across the marina, packing a punch.
The Coffs waterfront is a beautiful spot with nice beaches, a well-equipped harbour with a modern boatyard, a local fishing fleet delivering fresh seafood to the co-op, and all sheltered by a large seawall and tucked into the bosom of Muttonbird Island.
The island is home to nesting shearwaters that dig their burrows into the dirt to protect their eggs and young chicks from the weather. There's also a beautiful boardwalk across the island and over to the cliffs on the ocean side.
Superb fairy wrens forage in the scrub, while Brahminy kites hunt from above.
It's easy to get around Coffs with plenty of flat paths. A short bike ride gets you to the shopping centre for groceries. And locals and visitors alike take a stroll out the old cargo jetty from which Jetty Beach gets its name.
The anchorage in the bay can be quite rolly, and it's so calm in the marina that many boats have never left, sadly dilapidated and rusting, but still providing shelter to a few salty humans who inhabit these floating wrecks.
The local sailing fleet has a regular afternoon race in the harbour, and Lobby found himself on the start line while taking the dinghy for a sail. He even had a bit of fun sailing under and through Coffs Harbour's famous jetty.
As we started to look for a weather window to keep sailing south, Mother Nature decided to unleash a wild blast of southeast wind that whipped up huge seas and even made walking difficult.
After 11 days, the southerly wind changed to the north and the sea was finally settling down enough for us to keep moving south.
Leaving early, we enjoyed a spectacular sunrise and a visit by some friendly locals. Oh, they're lovely. Before settling in for the 360-kilometre voyage to Lake Macquarie. We passed Smoky Cape Lighthouse at Southwest Rocks and then Port Macquarie, and as night fell we began the routine of catnapping and keeping watch through the wee hours till dawn.
Off Port Stephens, the local dolphins gave us the friendliest of welcomes.
Hey! Thanks for the welcome home! Woohoo! Yay! Abeam of Newcastle, the familiar sight of coal ships signalled we were home, but we continued on to Lake Macquarie to spend Christmas and a few weeks relaxing before returning to the city.
Entering Swansea Channel, Paul's brother Andy and his daughter Jess were on the shore to give us a welcome, and our great boating buddies from Newcastle, Neil and Shana, arrived in their boat Georgia for a lake holiday.
In through the bridge and up the channel, we crossed into the now preferred route west from the airport, with good depths right through, apart from a shallow patch at the western end where the shallows drop over into the lake.
After being on the go for 30 hours, we toasted our successful voyage, had a refreshing swim, and then lay down for a power nap. Celebrating Christmas and New Year on the lake, and again surrounded by our tribe, we were reminded what our friends and family mean to us after so long away.
We closed the loop by sailing back to Newcastle, gliding around Nobby's Breakwater and into the harbour that's been our home for so long and will continue to be home base for all our adventures. So that's where we wrap up this series. It really has been the trip of a lifetime, sailing all that way, 4,000 kilometres, just us and Scuttles, and sharing it with you along the way.
Thank you to you all who watched our videos, and it was such a wonderful time, and to all the people who flew up and spent some time with us in the islands. It was truly a wonderful experience. We love you all.
Absolutely. So while we're signing off for now, we've got plenty more adventures planned for the future, and we hope in some small way that maybe we've inspired you to get out there and have an adventure of your own. But for now, we love you. It's goodbye from us.
Bye!
Oh, and if you'd like to see all 23 of our clips in order, you can go to our YouTube page, find playlists, and click Watch from the Start. It's that easy. This has been another Boat Bums production.